What is up, everyone? Nick here. Welcome to the show if you're new. Thanks for coming back if you are not. The company of today's episode is absolutely exploding, surging in price at time of filming. Now, let's get into why this is happening, if there's still time to jump on board, and where the company is going from here. As many of you know, I am in medical school and constantly searching for new, fascinating companies that I think could break into the market and disrupt the status quo as disruptive innovators. I primarily focus on emerging companies pushing the boundaries of science, ultimately leading to products improving the health outcomes of others' lives. Early investors of biotech companies that get in before the mass public and FDA approval have historically been the beneficiaries of massive gains on investments. Forget about doubling your money. Completely bypassing big pharma could grant 10, 20, even 30 times investment if the business model pulls through. Now, the company of today's video could be no exception. Founded by an ex-pro athlete with an absolutely incredible backstory, you guys are in for a treat. Before we get it, make sure to always come to your own conclusions whenever considering securities on the open market. I am not a financial advisor, and it's important to formulate your own decisions. Disclaimer, this is a sponsored video and should be considered for entertainment purposes only. Alright, let's dive right in. The company of today's episode is a fascinating company called WESA Health, trading under ticker symbol WSNAF on the OTC markets and WESA on the CSE. On the surface level, WESA is a biotech company focused on alleviating traumatic brain injuries, migraines, depression, and anxiety, all extremely relevant and prevalent issues found in the general public that need immediate addressing that is currently unmet by big pharma. WESA was formed by an ex-NHL player, Daniel Carcillo, who had previously won 2 Stanley Cups and is most famously connected to the Chicago Blackhawks. Go Hawks go! You may have heard Joe Rogan previously mention WESA Health, so they're definitely in the spotlight. Now, Carcillo's career was cut short due to post-concussion syndrome after enduring 7 concussions and experiencing a host of symptoms such as light sensitivity, slurred speech, anxiety, depression, amongst others. He tried a variety of traditional medications to no relief and eventually turned to the emerging science and wonders of psilocybin. Now, those of you who follow my channel will be very familiar with psilocybin, the active psychedelic ingredient in certain varieties of mushrooms that have been making headlines in the mainstream media as of late. Now, you may be thinking, what does psilocybin have to do with post-concussion syndrome? Well, the answer lays in the chemical itself. Taken in small doses, often in conjunction with other plant medicines, fungi, and adaptogens, the treatment can relieve many symptoms. Now, after Carcillo took a short course of 6 months of the treatment, his brain scan came back with no abnormalities detected and his blood work had normalized. His mood had stabilized, his speech corrected, and his overall life improved. Now, due to the stigma, the mainstream media has been slow to catch up with the hidden powers of psilocybin and just how life-changing taken in small doses this can be. But let's get into why this is all changing. Now, the business model WESA Health Holdings is built for success. First things first, they are generating income currently. This is something I always look for in a company. Are they actually generating income? And the answer is yes. They already have 2 clinics in the Chicago area and have plans to expand this network. They have administered over 4,000 ketamine treatments since inception already. New clinics are opening and cash flow is coming in with psychiatrist-led clinics. This is crucial. Now, moving on, and this one is a biggie. WESA Health has developed their own novel drug. This is called SANA 013. Carcillo, the founder, established his own program that utilizes safe, tested alternative therapies. SANA 13 specifically targets symptom alleviation by increasing neuroplasticity and reducing inflammation. This proprietary protocol provided more than a 50% additional improvement in depression behavior over just loading dose psilocybin alone. TBI-related symptom constellation priorities mark depression and anxiety at a $14.7 and $7.4 billion global market. These are massive industries that are currently unmet by big pharma. Potential solutions like WESA Health are so important for patients who currently have nowhere to turn to and in turn become depressed and anxious, feeling alone and out of options. I have seen time and time again a plethora of research articles highlighting the potential massive health benefits of using microdose psilocybin along other treatments and the positive health outcomes patients are experiencing. Psilocybin has been shown to have rapid effects on the treatment of depression, including brain connectivity and resist to blood flow, and has been shown to significantly affect migraines. Their drug development strategy is very comprehensive, and the future just looks really exciting and bright for WESA Health. This is a huge market, and I really do think this is just the beginning. Early investors could be the beneficiaries to something truly incredible and huge. Now, let's turn to the stock price. The price is absolutely exploding today. Let's jump into what's happening and what this could mean moving forward. At time of filming, WESA trading on the OTC markets under ticker symbol WSNAF is up a whopping 60%. Now, what's happening here? Well, WESA has just announced that they've received a full written response from the FDA regarding their pre-investigational new drug, SANA-13. This is their novel therapy for the treatment of traumatic brain injury and related major depressive disorder. Now, let's unpack this. With this written statement, the company will now plan on initiating a human clinical study program later this year. The company is given a clear direction from the FDA of what exactly will be required to advance their therapy and commence clinical development program in full compliance with the FDA. This is a huge milestone for the company and really paves the path forward. The novel combination therapy has demonstrated effectiveness through different pharmacologic pathways. Their therapy is specifically designed to utilize a loading dose of psilocybin followed by self-administered maintenance doses to provide sustained and beneficial effects. All right, let's get into the numbers. The company is currently hovering at a market cap of around $16 million USD. They have a massive 52-week range with a low of 51 cents and a high of just south of $4, so lots of room to run. Their volume is up massively today, indicating high interest in the stock, and I'll be watching how this affects the share price and the development of the stock further into this week, so stay tuned. They have north of 11 million total cash, an amazing current ratio of 6.82, indicating far more assets relative to liabilities, something I always like to see. They have 18.73 million shares outstanding and a small float of 14.59 million. The percentage held by insiders is substantial at 7.62%, indicating their inside management really have stake and believe in the product. Now let's move to management, of which I think WESA's strength really comes from. They have a fantastic leadership team with a founder and CEO that has a real drive and stake in the game. The company, like I said before, is helmed by ex-pro hockey player Daniel Carcillo. He is a passionate advocate for the mental health space, and you can really feel his drive and passion for what he's doing. I always like to see these types of people at the top of companies, as they really are typically the ones putting in the most work and truly care about the outcomes. Chad Bronstein is the chairman and co-founder. Mark Wingerstan, PhD, is the chief scientific officer. He has gained regulatory approval of 5 products previously. Dr. Abid Nazir is the company's chief medical officer and a leader in the fields of addiction, ketamine therapy, and pharmacogenetics. The list really goes on here. A strong scientific advisory board and board of directors, a really strong leadership team, all in my opinion. Anyways, everyone, I'll be keeping a very close eye on the developments WESA makes in the coming days, so make sure you stay tuned. Happy trading, take care, cheers.